What do you mean she dropped them off and hasn't come back?
Well,
I mean, tell me the story, like what
so
happened?
for one summer, she just, called and said, hey, I need to, would you like your niece and nephew for the summer? And I said, sure, So I took care of them because I know she works hard and she, is, attending school at night, and I don't have any kids, so I, volunteered to help out, but she hasn't come back for them, nor does she give any financial support. So I'm here.
Okay. And you want your sister to pay child support to you for her 4-year-old and her 7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Are these boys, girls?
The older one's a girl, and
Okay.
the younger one's a boy.
Okay. What about health insurance?
She pays the health insurance.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I love my niece and my nephew, and I don't necessarily want to keep them from her, but if she needs my help and I can help, then I want to, but I need her help also. So
All right.
That's it. I'm not trying to be ugly or malicious to my sister. I want her to do well. I just need help.
All right, guys, get ready to dive into a case that starts deceptively calm but hides a storm underneath. A woman walks into court not for custody, not for visitation, but because her sister vanished, leaving her 2 kids and 0 support behind. At first, it seems like a favor between siblings, summer childcare, some temporary help. But within seconds, the tension builds as we realize this arrangement was never temporary. Judge Vonda B. wastes no time. Her tone sharpens as she hears this isn't a short-term handoff, it's a 9-month-long disappearance. From the jump, the stakes are real. 2 kids, no parents in sight, and a sister pushed to the edge. This is where the unraveling begins.
Understand. Okay. Ma'am, what is the reason that you dropped your children off with your sister and haven't been back to get them?
I just decided that I don't want to have kids.
Excuse me?
I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, well, you already had them, so they're yours. Your sister is raising them. Don't you think you should want to get them back? Or you don't want kids at all? You don't want the responsibility, anything?
No, I just don't want to have kids anymore.
Okay, interesting. Now, what about the financial part of it? What about paying your sister child support to take care of your children? I mean, you don't want them. You're not raising them. They've been with her for the past 9 months. So wouldn't you say it's fair to give her some money for them?
I don't really have it. I only make like $40,000 a year.
But you're making money, okay? Do you live alone?
Yes.
You live alone, you make $40,000 a year. She said you pay health insurance.
And I go to school at night.
Okay. Well, that's good. You don't want to, what are you going to school for? Let me ask you this first.
For fashion.
Fashion, okay. You plan to make a lot of money with that?
Buckle up, guys, because this is where the case takes a wild turn. When the judge confronts the mother, expecting excuses or remorse, she drops a bombshell. She simply doesn't want to have kids anymore. The courtroom energy shifts. You can feel the judge trying to process what she just heard. No tragic reason, no medical issue, just cold detachment. This isn't just shocking, it's heartbreaking. The kids are still young, just 4 and 7, and their own mother is saying she's done. Judge Vonda B's disbelief mirrors ours. You can hear it in her voice. This moment is where confusion turns into confrontation, and sympathy begins to fade. This clip is where the truth gets uncomfortable.
Hopefully one day.
Do you intend on getting your kids back at some point?
I mean, I don't know. I just know how I feel right now, and I just don't want to have my kids. I just want to focus on my career.
So let's talk about that. Did you just wake up one day and say, I don't want to have kids anymore, and I'm going to send them, make it seem as though I want my sister to keep them for the summer when really, I'm just gonna drop them off and never pick them back up. Like, how did you get to that point?
It just kind of happened, and it
kind of just happened? Are you dating someone?
no.
Were you dating someone?
Yes.
Did they have kids?
No.
They didn't want your kids around?
I mean, not necessarily.
So was that what started this? You not wanting your kids because the person you were in a relationship with really didn't want your kids around?
Well, no. It's just, I just want to focus on my school, and I work, and so that's like my whole day. And
You have to understand why this is hard for me to process, right? You know, because myself, I'm a parent, and I'll do whatever for my kids. That includes career, whatever. So to be sitting across from you and you're very adamant about that, it's really shocking for me. So you'll have to excuse me if I seem a little taken back. It's not making sense, ma'am. What it sounds like to me is that you ditched your kids because of the relationship that you previously had. You're no longer with that person,
right.
which means you can go get your kids again, right?
Well, now they've just been there so long, it's maybe what's best. And
Well, 9 months is a long time in the sense that you go without seeing them and taking care of them, but you can still make it right.
It's easier for her, Judge. My apologies to just, outburst, but it's just easier for her. For me to have them, basically.
And this is what you're okay with doing.
Here's where Judge Vonda B turns up the heat. She starts peeling back the layers, trying to understand the real reason this woman walked away from her kids. Was it a man? A lifestyle choice? Just burnout? As the mother fumbles her answers, dodging questions and giving half-truths, the judge starts connecting the dots. There's mention of a past relationship, a disinterest from the partner in having kids around, but no clear admission. This isn't just interrogation, it's revelation. You watch a mother emotionally detach in real time, and the judge is not letting it slide. The more she explains, the less sense it makes. This is the part where denial meets accountability, and things get uncomfortable fast.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. You said you made $40,000 a year. Health insurance, how much was that?
$80.
$80. Okay. And that $80, that's for both of the children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you continue to pay the health insurance. At least make sure the kids stay insured, okay? And you have to keep working because you're going to pay your sister child support. You understand that, right?
But I don't make enough.
Did you think you were going to come in here, not take care of them, and not pay child support?
Well, I just think
I need to hear this.
they're doing okay, and she can do it.
Right, but she needs financial support. Your sister doesn't have any children. You dumped 2 kids on her. And the fact that you think that is okay is unacceptable. You dropped 2 kids on her and you don't even want to pay for them. But what did you think we were doing here today? You think I'm sitting up here so you can waste my time?
No.
Okay, so you'd agree with me, you should be paying your sister something, right?
Yes.
Okay. When do you graduate from school?
In May of next year.
Okay. Where are the children's father?
I don't know.
For both, or, do they have the same father?
No.
Okay, so where is the 7-year-old's dad?
Now we're in the thick of it. The judge has had enough of excuses and finally gets to the ruling, and it's a heavy one. $700 a month. The mother protests, citing tuition and expenses, but Judge Vonda B doesn't budge. This isn't about convenience, it's about duty. The numbers are broken down, the finances made clear, and yet the mother still pleads poverty. But the judge isn't here to hear about fashion school. She's here for those 2 kids. This moment is packed with tension. Justice is being served, but the resistance is strong. You can feel the pressure mounting. It's not just a verdict. It's a wake-up call she didn't see coming.
He's somewhere, I don't know. I don't really know.
What about the 4-year-old?
He's present sometimes. He comes around sometimes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, you understand what's going on here today, right? I just want to make sure that you're completely aware of everything that's going on today. You're going to walk out of this courtroom today paying child support to your sister. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you don't understand, I need you to tell me you don't understand, okay? So we're clear, you understand.
Yes.
Okay, so you said you made $40,000 a year, giving you credit for health insurance that bring your gross to $3,253. Your net, $2,798. That's 25% for 2 children. That brings your child support to about $699.50. We're going to round it up to $700. That's what you will pay your sister monthly.
I just don't think I can afford it. I have to pay for school, and that's really what my priority is right now.
Well, your sister's priority is to take care of your children, not her children, your children. So as long as she's in the position that you put her in, you're going to have to make it work. You graduate next year, you can find a job, a better paying job than what you have now, right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, so then there's no confusion. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Are you upset with her?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because I don't believe she did anything wrong. Miss Allen, do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
The dust settles, but the tension still lingers. The judge checks in, making sure both parties understand what just happened. The mother sits quietly, still processing the weight of what's been ordered. But the sister? She stays composed. No anger, no bitterness, just quiet strength. Judge Vonda B. makes it crystal clear. These are your children, your responsibility, and now you will contribute. This final stretch isn't flashy, but it's powerful. It shows what accountability looks like in the aftermath. A sister stepped up, a mother got called out, and the law drew the line. It's a fitting end to a case built on silence, sacrifice, and overdue responsibility.